Brian back at Twisted Tree Farm. Today's going to be a kind of simple one for me anyway. It's a really cheap way to get really good insurance with your tools on a farm, homestead, whatever you use it for. This tractor for me does a lot. Somebody with just an unbelievably bad back, I obviously can't lift heavy things, so this thing has done a lot of lifting for me, a lot of planting. A lot of grading work around here. Without it, it would have never have gotten done. So I have to take care of this. So there's not really that hard of an issue to take care of these things. Your owner's manual, which is what you should follow for your model tractor, pretty much lays out the mileage or the hours that you should be making your oil changes. Other things that need to be done, other filters, air filters, fuel filters, transmission fluid, your zert fittings all need to be greased depending on the hour or maintenance schedule that you're on. Mine is a 200-hour one, so this one is only just going to be the oil change right now. Once the weather gets better, I probably am going to do the rest of the filters and the transmission fluid just to do it. It's cheap insurance for me, and it gives me a sense of satisfaction knowing that I'm taking care of my stuff. I never have to worry about anything starting the next year if I shut it down right and store it right. So in order to get started on mine, this is a Kubota L3560. It's $1,000. You have this brush guard up here in the front. It's got a pin you got to pull out, and you pull this forward in order to give the hood room to pop up. Down here is a little black ring. You pull it and it releases the hood, and then somehow you got to reach in here to get it to go up. So then the hood will go up and it exposes your engine. Now on these there are 2 oil plugs on some models, one on each side. In order to make this quicker and easier, you take the oil cap where you fill it and you loosen it. And once you loosen that and take it off, it's going to allow suction to come through and not create a vacuum with the cap still on there, and it lets the oil flow freely. So you're going to need a catch pan in order to catch the oil in, and you got to make sure you're able to move it, because if you don't, the oil may miss it. Sometimes it shoots out far, sometimes it just falls out straight down. It's not a super dirty job, but if you have all the right tools and have everything together, then it should go pretty easily for you. Let me go grab my oil pan. There's all different kinds of oil pans that you can use. I just bought the one that was readily available to me. The oil dumps out into here. You take this plug out, the oil drains down in there. Put the plug back on. You don't got to worry about it spilling out. To go recycle the oil, if you're going to do that, you just take that cap off, open up the valve, dump it out. It's nice and clean. So this is my box of magic tricks. Obviously, you're going to need a funnel. Clean. Make sure it's clean. Your oil filter, get the one out of the owner's manual. There are aftermarket oil filters. Some people use them, some people don't. This is an aftermarket one. The new ones aren't available to me for at least another month and a half, and I need to get this done now, so I will change it out when the other one comes in. 7.1 quarts of oil is what my model takes, my engine. So you want to make sure you check the level. Just don't put 7.1 in and assume it's good, because that doesn't work that way a lot of times. Taking the oil filter off these things isn't too hard. I don't use an oil filter wrench to take it off, and you don't even use one to put it on. You just put oil on the rubber seal of the O-ring on the filter, and you turn it on there till it's tight, then you turn it another half turn with your hand only. So it makes it a whole lot easier to take off. If you don't just sit there and torque it on, you could run into issues if you do it like that later. So down here on this side is a drain plug. You can see it's real easy to see. But as I said, first you're going to want to undo the oil filler cap. And now I got to remember where it went. Lots of ice, and it's extremely cold here. Okay, so that one's going to be drained now. I'll wipe this off. Wipe off down around where the plug goes in. Slide this oil pan catch over. Tighten it back up. Now we're going to go to the other side and do the same thing. Again, make sure when you're taking this out, you do not forget that washer. Washer's intact, draining oil again. Wipe off the drain plug. Then after that's done, we're going to grab the oil filter over here. It's on this side as well, the same side as the fill plug. So I'm going to grab my oil because I'll need that next. My pliers. There's 4 quarts to a gallon. So there's measurements on the side and 1 quart increments. So it's going to be 1 jug plus a little bit more than 3 quarts out of the other. And again, make sure you measure. I like to wait till the oil's done draining out of the pan before I loosen the oil filter. That way it's not a lot less messy, because you take the oil filter off, it's right over the front axle. It's going to get on the axle, so you're going to want to clean that off really well. Otherwise, it's going to be more of a dirt magnet than the rest of the tractor is anyway, so, or at least here. It's almost done now. So we're going to let that drain for a little bit. Drop my 12mm socket, which is my typical luck. Still draining pretty good. I let it drain right till it stops. That way I'm sure I get all the bad oil out, dirty oil. So now that that one's drained, we're going to put the plug back in after we clean the side of the oil pan. Again, the washer. It's really not that hard to get these drain plugs in. My hands are just numb because I have a neuropathy in my feet and my hands. Okay, that's finger tight. Okay, let's get the oil filter off. Again, there's an oil filter wrench you can use. You don't use a wrench to put it on. So I'm just going to use pliers to get this off, hopefully. I doubt my hands are going to do it. Oh, they will. So you got to get your oil filter, get some oil, rub the oil on the O-ring on the filter so it's got a good coating. Then you're going to screw the new one on gently, carefully, so you don't cross thread it. Get it till it's tight with your hands, and then you're going to go another half a turn. Then you're going to wipe it off. Wipe off the oil on the axle. Okay, now all that's left to do is fill it and put the side cover back on. Kind of have to go slow unless you got a really long filter. Again, 7.1 quarts. think I'm gonna go get a longer filter. I think I have one. So I'm gonna opt to go for a slower pour, but cleaner. Should work out a little bit easier, I think. Okay, now that the oil is put in it completely, I need to start it up, let it run for a second, and then pull the dipstick and check the oil. Your dipstick is down here to the left of your oil filter, almost to the back. You got the marks on there. And it's right there at the mark. Now all you got to do is put your side heat shield back on with the 12mm bolts, clean your mess up, and you're done changing the oil in your tractor. You're good for another 100 or 200 hours, whichever you decide. Whatever the manual says to do, that's on you. But thank you for tuning in. And this is number 1 video and what I go through each and every year to make sure I keep up on my tools, maintenance on them, infrastructure, because without this, I'd be in trouble. I'd be in a lot of trouble. This house wouldn't be here. So again, thanks for watching, and please, if you could, it doesn't cost anything and it really, really will help the channel. Just getting started. Like, subscribe, comment, share it with other people. I greatly appreciate it. Really, really mean a lot to me and Steffi. So again, we'll see you in the next video. Take care.